Welcome to Taiwan Talk. I'm Sheree Felice, and this week I'm joined by Anthony Carlisle, the International Affairs Supervisor at the Garden of Hope, Taiwan. Listen in as we discuss violence against women and the Fourth World Conference of Women's Shelters, which will be held for the first time ever in Taiwan. Hi, Anthony. How are you?
Hi, I'm very well.
Great. Okay, so can you tell me what people should expect from this event?
The conference we're organising in November, the 5th to the 8th in Kaohsiung City, Taiwan, is the 4th World Conference of Women's Shelters. It's going to be a very exciting event. Over 1,000 people coming to Taiwan from all over the world to talk about ways to end violence against women, not just through shelters, but also through other protective services. So it's going to be an inspiring event that will enliven you and enrich you and give you new visions for the future where we can make the world a safer and better place and also an equal and more equitable place for all people of all genders.
How long has this event been going on?
Yeah, we're in the 10th year now of the event. So we started back in 2008 in Canada, and the events have been held every 3 or 4 years since then. So we're in the 4th World Conference now.
Tell me, what makes this event different from the ones in previous years?
Well, the first thing is it's in Taiwan, and also it's in Asia. This is the first time the conference has been in Asia. So it's been in Canada, it's been in the US, and the last conference, the Third World Conference, was in The Hague in the Netherlands. So this is the first time we've moved out of the Western Hemisphere. Secondly, we're looking at this conference, we're looking to ways to make it impactful. So it's not just a big gathering of lots of people coming together. There's going to be a lot of networking and a lot of discussion about how we can make an impact and make a difference. And thirdly, there'll be study visits and lots of other side events going on at the same time. So it'll be the most interactive and the most on-hands conference I think that there's been so far in this series.
Do you know why Taiwan was picked as the country to host this event?
Well, yeah, we just put our hands up in the board meeting of the Global Network of Women's Shelters, which is the host organisation of this event, and said, yeah, we can do this. Another country was going to run the 4th conference, but they had to step back for a while. We're hoping that they'll be able to come back again. So we feel that Taiwan is the lead country in Asia in terms of gender equality. It's number 8 in the world, according to the World Bank. So we have a lot to share, we have a lot to offer, and we feel that it's about time that Taiwan stepped up onto the world stage and held one of these events.
So part of the conference is to strengthen ideas of how to end violence against women. How have the events in the past directly helped end violence?
In many ways, by coming together and sharing best practices. Shelter organizations and other organizations working on the front line of ending violence against women, or campaign organizations, are able to share ideas, see how it's done in other countries, look at innovative models in the Netherlands or in Canada. And secondly, by sharing information, we can help protect women across borders. A lot of marriages or migration issues are international now. So by having these women's organizations sharing information, we're able to protect women in an international way.
Great. If the public is interested in coming to this event, how would they register? How would they go about attending?
You can go to our website and you can register there. And the website, you can just Google it, the 4th World Conference of Women's Shelters, or look up GNWS or go to Garden of Hope website and you'll find it.
Just really quick, what are the dates for it?
The dates are November the 5th to the 8th, 2019 in Kaohsiung.
Okay, and it's all day?
Yeah, we start on Tuesday the 5th in the afternoon with an opening ceremony and the first plenary, and then we have a gala dinner where people can meet new friends and catch up with old acquaintances. And then on the following Wednesday and Thursday, on the 6th and the 7th, we have 2 full days of conferences with plenary speakers, leading people from the UN and other activists from all over the world. And then between that, we have breakout sessions and workshops so people can discuss the real issues in their own countries and how they can compare to what's going on internationally. And then on the final day, or the closing ceremony is on Thursday, on the 7th, and the final day on the 8th, on Friday, we have study tours. So we'll be visiting real shelter organizations and other protection agencies, community organizations in the Kaohsiung and Tainan area.
Okay, and anybody can join, and it is free?
No, it's not free. No, it's not free. The registration now is $350, which is very cheap for an international conference. But we do have some scholarships available. Especially, I would encourage young people to sign up for scholarships. We have a youth caucus program, which will be going parallel to the World Conference. And you can check the news section of our website, worldshelterconference.org, and you'll be able to see the story there about the Youth Caucus, and you can sign up for I can't make any guarantees, but you can apply for a scholarship there.
Okay, and what do you think is the biggest threat against women right now regarding violence against women?
I think the biggest issue is two things. Domestic violence is still a big issue, and it's particularly pervasive because it goes on behind closed doors in private spaces. So it's often unseen, unnoticed, pushed under the carpet. Like they say in Chinese, you can't hang out your dirty laundry. 家丑不可外扬, as they say in Chinese. So domestic violence the WHO calls it an epidemic against women because it's so pervasive and it goes on. Often women have no recourse, have nowhere to go. So shelter organizations are really important for that. The second thing I would say is we've seen with the Me Too movement in the last couple of years, sexual harassment, especially where power relationships are involved, and sexual assault is still a very serious issue that affects women, especially in the workplace. So whether it's at work or at home, different forms of violence still affect women.
And do you think those issues are big in Taiwan as well?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're still big in Taiwan. Compared to other Asian countries, especially South Asian countries, we're doing a little bit better, but it's still prevalent in Taiwan. We did a survey a couple of years ago at the Garden of Hope, which mirrored the UN's survey. We found around 1 in 3 women in Taiwan have experienced violence in some form during their lifetime. So that's a very high. If you know 3 or 4 women, at least one of those has experienced violence during their lifetime.
Right. Yeah, and I heard Eve Ensler, the American playwright and author of the Vagina Monologues, will be there. Can you tell me more about that?
Eve Ensler is coming. She's an old friend of ours, although she has a new book out and she's very busy, but she's kindly agreed to come. So, yeah, she'll be speaking at the closing, and she has some very visionary ideas about the future for shelters and actually working towards ending violence for good. And also she's brought out a new book called The Apology, and that's written from the perspective of her father. She was abused very seriously by her father as she was growing up, but her father never apologized to her. And now he's dead. Of course, it's not going to happen. So she wrote this book from his perspective as a way of healing, and also a way to encourage other men and women as well to come out and apologize to their victims. So that book will be coming out in Chinese as well. So she'll be busy here giving speeches to promote the book and also to help us with the conference as well.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
That's it for this week's episode of Taiwan Talk. I'd like to thank Anthony Carlisle again for joining me. Don't forget to tune in next week for an all-new episode. As always, remember to take care of yourselves. I'm Sheree Felice.